I think I'm good. Hello, YouTube. My internet was cut out, so we kind of missed a day. You guys didn't notice. Twitch didn't really notice either, but we all noticed. So, we're gonna watch this because it has Smug Alana on it, and I watched Smug, and I want to know what's up.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ruff here. So it's a pretty bleak situation when on any given day I can make a video talking about major issues going on with YouTube as a platform. There has been a whole slew of cases recently where YouTubers are being negatively impacted largely due to the efforts of YouTube's AI moderation. And unfortunately, today is no exception to that. We're going to be talking about some more content creators, in particular Vtubers, who are being negatively and unfairly targeted by YouTube's AI moderation system. Now, over the past couple of days, we have talked a lot about one particular issue, and that is the full-scale channel demonetization many creators are facing. Hundreds of channels have lost their monetization due to AI moderation from YouTube flagging their channel as inauthentic content. Basically telling these very real...
I had before... like, my brain cells actually click together and whatnot. I had a personal theory that, the reason why Fillion cleared her, channel was because of the AI flagging thing. Like, that was my personal theory, but then I watched Rev's explanation on it, and it made way more sense. I didn't watch it with you guys, but I watched Smug Alana's reaction to it, and I was like, yeah, rebranding or copyright makes a lot more sense.
Channels run by human beings, that their content is so regurgitated and so mass-produced and inauthentic that there is no human involvement whatsoever. Obviously, if you checked out these actual channels for yourself, you would realize within seconds these are real channels run by real people, but the AI moderation system is flagging these channels left and right, and YouTube is not doing a very good job at fixing these problems. And also, don't look to the media or anything like that to help you out because nobody is reporting on this,
which I find very
suspicious. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about some related issues, especially with AI moderation on YouTube, involving the VTubers Smug Alana and Leaflet.
What's going on with Smug?
Their content I enjoy. I've reacted to them and covered them before, and they've reacted to some of my videos, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of them, and they're unfortunately being targeted by YouTube and their AI moderation system, just like these other channels we've been talking about.
I didn't win.
So
I didn't see that.
This is a very cut and dry case where Leaflet recently had a video removed from their YouTube channel and they were hit with a strike, which is a very big deal when it comes to a YouTube channel. Now let's hear the context, because I heard about this on stream yesterday, but I did not know the context. But Leaflet today has made this tweet describing the situation while tagging Team YouTube and trying to get some answers and some corrections to these clear errors.
Because if you don't know already, the only way you actually get anything done is if you if you throw a big enough of a fit online and a public presence and basically throw a tantrum like a 2-year-old who gets told no to a candy bar. That's the only way you get support or help anywhere.
So Leaflet says, at Team YouTube, you were removed and given a strike on one of my recent videos due to harassment and cyberbullying policy, which according to you, and I quote, content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their intrinsic attributes. This includes, but is not limited to, content that is uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. So they say the minor in question and the video in question is where Simone H. Collins plays with his kids, and in one instance calls them little bastards as an affectionate nickname. Policing how parents express love to their children, what was obviously happening in the scene, feels deeply dystopian. Many of us have memories of being called things like little monsters with affection.
Yeah, my mom and I, we jokingly call it sometimes we'll even be fucking serious. We dead ass look at each other and we'll be like, you bitch. You're acting like a bitch right now. And now wow, I wouldn't have been able to do that with my mom fucking 5, 6, 7 years ago. Like, we had to grow into that or whatever. But even then, it's in term of endearment. Like, we know we don't literally mean it in a way that's going to be insulting. Because if we meant it in an insulting way, we don't say it at all.
And trying to reframe that as abuse is ghoulish. I hope this was just some kind of mistake or an action by an overzealous moderator. If this is indeed against the rules, please tell us plainly that you think this kind of endearing moment is too far for your policies. And this is the clip. I'm not even going to play it. You can see what's happening here, right? His kids are playing in the background. This is playing in Leaflet's video. And he affectionately calls them little bastards. Like, you know, many parents do.
My parents call me crotch
this was not meant to demean or hurt their feelings.
I was an asshole, a bitch, a crotch goblin, a fucking butt muncher, tick turd. Fucking, what else were we? We were just little shits. Like, that's what we were referred to as. We were just little fucking shits.
It was just a playful nickname given to the kids in this clip.
Yeah.
But, according to YouTube, this went too far and resulted in a strike for harassment and cyberbullying.
That's crazy.
Which this rule has been used in some very diabolical ways over the years, but in this case it seems completely and utterly ridiculous. And I believe personally this whole thing happened because of AI moderation. That was likely why it was flagged in the first place, and was likely why it was reviewed and given a strike. Because if any human being looked at this, they would know there's nothing worth striking a channel for, taking down an entire video.
Absolutely, because all this is doing, it's literally just proving that the system is fed certain words, and whenever those words are said, it gets highlighted and triggered as, oh, they said something, they said this word, so it's bad. The entire video is bad, the person's bad, everything's bad. Like, I hate AI. Like, AI, oh my god. It's a waste of RAM.
And unfortunately, at the very least, we have some AI moderation issues, but also it could be an overzealous moderator. But someone needs to look at this and fix this issue. And with this situation and the next situation, I will provide a link to this tweet in the description if you guys want to share this post, because that is the best way, unfortunately, to get the attention of YouTube, specifically through their Team YouTube account.
That's
because
disgusting.
Unfortunately, you can't get into contact with anyone at YouTube. You have to go to Twitter and tag Team YouTube and hope for a response that way. So that is the situation.
Literally going back to that whole, you have to act like a 2-year-old and throw a tantrum like you're being told no to a fucking candy bar at the checkout lane because why? Just why?
With Leaflet. Let's move on to the situation with Smug Alana, which is a little more complicated, but I think a very valid set of complaints and something worth talking about. So, Smug Alana made this post and it got a lot of attention where she says, "Why does at YouTube hate VTubers so much, man? On April 28th, my reach and impressions dropped to 0 overnight and killed all my videos. 0 strikes/warnings. Was I caught in an AI inauthentic content sweep because I'm a VTuber? Please review and fix this."
See, I didn't see that.
And you can see everything's very consistent. And then right on the 28th.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go help Grandma. Let's get back in this.
Right on the 28th.
All right.
Boom.
We're gonna go back a couple. Okay.
And impressions dropped to 0 overnight and killed all my videos. 0 strikes/warnings. Was I caught in an AI inauthentic content sweep because I'm a VTuber? Please review and fix this at Team YouTube.
That's
and you can
terrible.
see everything's very consistent. And then right on the 28th, boom.
Chipotle honey chicken is back. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle honey chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
I have a personal theory that
tonight
Here, let me mute this. So I have a personal theory that YouTube is demonetizing the creators so that way they can boost their videos and get money off of it. Like, because we watched it in a previous video from Mr. Rev, and when it first started happening, and it would make a lot of sense that YouTube would be pocketing the money.
It's hard to talk about these issues without people basically just saying like, oh, well, you just fell off, right? It's hard to come off like you're not complaining, but these are very real issues, and it requires a lot of nuance, and unfortunately, it's hard to say anything because this is all stuff happening behind the scenes. But what's happening here, for someone who consistently uploads, this is not normal. It's not normal to have a big drop-off out of nowhere. And as someone who's been uploading daily for about 6 years now, yes, I've experienced weird drop-offs like this. You can't pinpoint why it's happening, but you know it's happening, right? You don't just have a gigantic drop-off out of nowhere like this. It is not organic, okay? And that's the issue with YouTube, right? You're at their mercy.
And that's what I was literally explaining to my grandma, literally just now when I had to go help her. She was like, but do you have any proof? And I was like, yes, there is. And she goes, well, how do you know? And I gave her an example, like if it happened to me, I gave her an example of what would happen and like how it would happen. Like, I was like, say I had a short that was original content, and then I got $3 off of it because of the views or whatever. YouTube demonetizes it for inauthentic content, but then they boost that short and there's like more views on it, but they don't get the money for it. And like their shit is dropping, like because people aren't actually watching it. It's all ad revenue. I don't know. That's my personal theory.
Things like this happen all the time where there's changes behind the scenes and you're just kind of at the mercy of it. But you can see Team YouTube actually replied. They did not reply yet, at least as of now, to Leaflet's post, but they did reply to this one saying, we sent you a DM so we could get more details and figure this out together.
I highly doubt
that seems somewhat decent, but what exactly are they going to do? Right? This seems like a much deeper issue than whatever's going to be covered in a DM here, but we'll have to wait and see where that goes. But another VTuber, Kitsu here, came out and said, actually same BS for me. My impressions and reach dropped. I am in a 3-day jail. My videos are not getting suggested, and yet all they did was say it's working as intended and mock me. This has been my life for 2 months now. And you can see this email she sent to YouTube partner support where they say, oh, thanks for your response. However, your channel has been fully investigated and it's working as intended. There's no internal team for such requests with a channel's performance. If you are not satisfied with having 2.8 million impressions despite only having 94,000 subs on your channel, yada, yada, yada. That is so passive aggressive.
That's disgusting. So hang on, from my understanding of what that just said, so if you are not satisfied with having that many impressions despite having 9.4 thousand subscribers, like, go to the support team. Oh, words, dumpling, words, use your words. My thought process is YouTube jealous? I mean, they don't have any reason to be jealous. We're making money for them, in a way. Oh, come on, react better. How? That's disgusting. I'm just gonna say that. That's disgusting. That's so mean.
Unprofessional. I cannot believe they actually sent this. You know this was an actual human being responding this time because AI doesn't have that kind of sass in them. But like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely a person. To say.
For someone raising complaints about their impressions or engagement randomly falling off seemingly out of nowhere. And with Kitsu and with Smugglana in these situations, and I can speak for myself as well, none of these people are in trouble with YouTube. They're not facing strikes. They're not in any sort of penalty box from YouTube. It's just things are changing without any sort of notice or express reason given to you why it's happening. So you don't even know what to fix if you want to turn things around, even if you do accept that things have changed, right? But this set of replies to Kitsu is very funny, back to back. Smugglana says, the gall to type that too.
For real.
And then Team YouTube says, thanks for the tag. We'll look into this again. Keep you posted.
Yeah, that's true too.
Which,
a lot of people do know more.
We'll see again
about YouTube
if that means
and
anything.
Twitch.
But you can see this reply and raises some interesting points, saying the supposed rumor is that there is an automated scoring system for a YouTube channel where once it crosses a threshold for a hidden spam or dangerous content score, the channel becomes siloed to a smaller and smaller group of viewers. Happens to a lot of channels before it gets hit with demonetization or channel ban. And
So does that mean that once you hit a certain following on YouTube, and when YouTube perceives you, quote unquote, as a threat, they just slowly push you back into the corner, and it's like, shh, hush, Bubbles, you never existed. I'm still here. Like, that's literally what they're doing.
Juan says, yeah, I heard about that too. Even if you get no warnings or community strikes, the content inside can get flagged as inappropriate and gets nuked. Again, it's very hard to talk about these things because it's a bit of a tinfoil hat conspiracy. We don't know any of this for sure, but again, as someone who's been uploading daily for 6 years, like, I know that there's weird stuff that happens.
Absolutely.
And the way I kind of describe being a YouTuber, especially over the course of time, and especially if you're someone who covers anything controversial whatsoever, like, if you're not like a family friendly channel, it's gonna probably happen to you one way or another over time.
Yeah,
it's basically
that's
like you're flying a plane.
Eventually. I know it.
And over the course of time, every couple of months, something stops working, right? Like the call attendant button stops working, or the engine, one of the engines stops working, and you just keep trying to figure out how to keep the thing moving. And that's kind of like YouTube, right? Where it's like over time, certain things just stop working the way they're supposed to, like notifications stop working for your subscribers. Or I can even report from people telling me being forcibly unsubscribed from channels, like my own, for example, or
that is
people not being able to find certain videos,
like
or if you do that restricted mode, right, where some videos just don't even show up at all under certain circumstances on your channel. There's a lot of very weird stuff that happens behind the scenes, and you're just constantly having to evolve. But ultimately, the reach gets tighter and tighter and tighter over time because YouTube wants to make way for more reliable sources of income, mainly Hollywood, the entertainment industry, celebrities, all that stuff. They want to be the next big streaming service, the next version of TV. That's their focus. Everyone else is expendable. And the interesting thing is, well, other people have shared the experience, basically saying on the third day of a video being live, that's when all of a sudden the reach comes in, which is pretty debilitating for a video, right? Your first 3 days getting no reach, and all of a sudden then it expands. But, I know many people who could probably do the inverse of this, where they get all of their reach in the first 3 days, and then it just flatlines. And that kind of is across the board. But Smugglana raises a good set of questions here, saying, I would love to have a data analysis of a bunch of YouTubers of varying sizes to show how many experience this, and break it down by VTuber versus non-VTuber to show if there's a correlation or not, because I know that non-VTubers experience this as well. Yeah.
Yes, I want to see that as well. I wonder if VTubers get demonetized or just flat out hidden along the platform, because I wonder if they could consider us inauthentic because we're drawn and we're animated. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you're gonna have to work with me here. Oh my god, please, Grandma, never find this.
I think this is more of an across-the-board thing, but I think VTubers are always the first on the chopping block and the least cared about demographic among YouTubers. I mean, that's true on YouTube, that's true on Twitch, in a lot of places, but I think that would be a very interesting thing for someone to aggregate and to look through the data of many different content creators, both VTubers and non-VTubers alike, to see if there's any sort of a, well, pattern of behavior, something to look at here that maybe people could learn from, or at least bring to YouTube and say, hey, what's going on here? This looks weird. Are you going to do something to fix this? Are you going to be more transparent about this? Ultimately, YouTube has really been dropping the ball recently, and there's more and more noise, and as they switch over to AI moderation more and more and commit to more of it, I think we're going to see a lot more of this stuff happening. And it's up to people, especially content creators, to say something about this. And again, I'll put a link to Smugglana's main post and leaflets in the description if you guys want to share those around and interact with them and hopefully get more attention from YouTube and maybe get some sort of a fix for all of this. I hope so, but that's the least I can do. But for now, that's really the situation. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, drop a sub, consider putting on those notifications to see if they work in the first place here. I upload daily and stream multiple times a week if you enjoy that sort of thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
First, Papa John's made your favorite pizza.
Damn.
Now
So, that's horrible. That's horrible. AI is going to take over the world, and it's going to be like Terminator or something like that. I swear, we're screwed. We're all screwed. Like, I'm trying to think about how I watch Smugglana every day on my personal account. Like, that's how I found Rev. That's how, honestly, that's how I learn about the world. It's through Smug and through other channels like her. Like, that's my news. I don't watch the news. I watch real people behind anime girls. Oh my god, I have issues. But, you know, maybe we just need more anime girls and anime boys to be newscasters, because, you know, if YouTube is gonna silence them, like, if YouTube is silencing them, I don't know what I'm gonna do, bruh. I'm a Swede toker. I partake in the green activities. I'm nobody to you people. Like, I'm what you would consider one of those dumb oofs. I don't know why you listen to me at all. But you should so listen to them. I hate AI. It's a waste of RAM. It had certain uses. This is not one of them. The customer service is not one of them. Alright. I'm sure he'll post another video about it soon, because I'm sure it's gonna blow the fuck up really goddamn quick.